Up next on the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Eric Moore Cowbell. This is a chocolate milk stout by Singlecut Beersmiths, and it comes in at 6% ABV. Check it out. Hey everybody, it's Rich and welcome to the Day Beer Review, and today I am looking at Eric Moore Cowbell. This is a chocolate milk stout and it is by Singlecut Beersmiths. Now Singlecut is a brewery that's in Astoria, New York and Clifton Park, New York, which about 15-20 miles away from here. It also says, Rubelson says, come visit our brewery on the side of the can. Cowbell on the front, nice colors. I've had other stouts by Singlecut and I've reviewed some of them, and they tend to make a good beer, so I'm sort of excited that this one has wandered across my doorstep. I don't think I bought this one. I feel like somebody left it here the last time we had people over. So this is pouring a nice sort of, I don't know, I want to say it's like a chocolate brown. Almost a little lighter than that. I don't know if the camera's picking up quite as well as I'd like. I am using a stout glass for this. And not a bad pour, really. About 2 fingers worth ahead. Good dark stout here. Ooh. A lot of chocolate. A ton of chocolate and a lot of sweetness here. I'm also getting some vanilla. So yeah, there's a chocolate sweetness to it, a little vanilla on the back of the nose. It almost smells like what an Oreo smells like. But not quite, because you also have the maltiness from the stout, which is sort of like in the background of it all. Let's give it a try. That's a very nice beer. So first things first, it's all chocolate right up front, but that chocolate is layered on sort of this roasted sort of barleyness that's underneath it, that sort of maltiness that you get from a good stout. There's also a sweetness to it. I expected more sweetness, quite frankly. So to me, it's a little less sweet than I expected, but it is sweet. It's also thinner than I expected, quite frankly. The roast and the chocolate, that stays in your mouth, but it doesn't cling to it like, let's say, you know, a more viscous imperial stout, like let's say a Bourbon County or something like that. This is very much on the tongue and sort of done right after that, with just a lingering hint of the beer that you drank. And at 6%, I'm actually sort of surprised. I'm feeling a little warmth in my belly from the alcohol. So yeah, chocolate roast. The vanilla that you get on the nose is not really coming up in the beer. There is just sort of a generic sweetness, but not a lot of that sweetness. Okay, so let's see what the can says at this point. It says Eric Moore Cowbell Chocolate Milk Stout, and it says, let's see, 1 pint, 6%, and it says drink as soon as possible in a clean, thank you, I wouldn't have used the clean glass, unfiltered unfiltered, decant carefully. I've never seen that before. Or maybe it's on there and I didn't notice, but I do not see any floaties. Oh, there is a little bit of, a little bit of what looks like remnants down on the bottom. So that's interesting. And it said brewed with chocolate, vanilla, and milk sugar. I'm getting the chocolate, I'm getting the milk sugar. The roastiness is there. The vanilla is only on the nose, in my opinion. Now, let's get down to it. Would I get this again? Yes, definitely. It's a very good stout. Is it a little thinner than I expected? It is. It's not quite as sweet as I expected. Does that make it a bad stout? No, it's actually really, really drinkable. In fact, I was thinking because it is relatively basic in its taste profile, and those tastes are good, this would not be a bad stout to let's say start somebody on. Because you get that good roastiness, you get that the quality of a good stout, but you don't have the super high ABV, which puts some people off. It's not too sweet, which puts some people off. It's not too bitter, which also puts other people off. So this is a really nice middle of the road stout. Is it changing the world? Not really. But is it drinkable, and would I buy it again? In a second. Now, I do not know what this cost, but I have had other beers by Singlecut, and they've been in the $5 to $6 range. And you know, at $5 a can, would I buy this? Yes. At $6 a can, would I buy this? I'd probably even go up to 7 or 8, quite frankly, because it is a good beer. Is it a $20 beer? Not in my opinion. But is it a good beer to introduce people to if they're starting, let's say, that journey down the stout road? I think it would be an excellent example of a really well-crafted microbrew stout without a huge amount of ABV, but enough flavor to really, give a person new to stouts at least a grasp on that particular genre of beer. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. There will be more reviews coming later this week and ever on into the future. I will sit back and enjoy the rest of this, and I will see you next time on another day beer review. Cheers.